Okay, remember that I'm not gay and that you can't look at the Bible from the lens of an LGBT person or you're going to miss the point. This video is about Deuteronomy 28. Keep in mind that you must understand Isaiah 5:16 or else you will not understand Deuteronomy 28. But the Lord Almighty will be exalted by his justice, and the holy God will be proved holy by his righteous acts. I've also prepared a brief statement here. In this part, we're just going to go over Deuteronomy 28, the first section, blessings for obedience, first 15 verses. Then in the next video, we'll start the next section, because the whole chapter together is 68 verses. So anyway, this is the statement I prepared. Promises from God and moral absolutes must be understood within the boundaries of universal reality and not the mere construct of the white man or Jew or any other racial construct. Obviously, God wants people to interpret the Bible with a universal scale that doesn't default with one race having a covenant with God no matter what. They claim that they have a covenant that says that they will do what they will never be worthy to do, mind you, which is rule over the other races in the Spirit of God. That will never happen. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, blessings for obedience. When you have entered the land the Lord your God has given you as an inheritance, and have taken possessions of it and settled in it, take some of the first fruits of all that you produce from the soil of the land the Lord your God is giving you, and put them in a basket. Then go to the place the Lord your God will choose as a dwelling for his name, and say to the priest in the office at the time, I declare today to the Lord your God that I have come to the land the Lord swore to our ancestors to give us. The priest shall take the basket from your hands and set it down in front of the altar of the Lord your God. Then you shall declare before the Lord your God, my father was a wandering Aramean, and he went down into Egypt with a few people and lived there and became a great nation, powerful and numerous. You will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. The Lord will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you in one direction and flee from you in seven. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and everything you put your hand to. Again, the hand. Remember the mark of the beast, the forehead and the hand. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he has given you. Now again, they're making it harder for me to read, what have you. And it's a sign that I'm persecuted for doing the right thing, while they're allowed to read better more often than not. Depending on what you mean by read better, that is because there's some kind of coward. The Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath, if you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in obedience to him. Again, it says right here, if you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in obedience to him. Again, promises from God and moral absolutes must be understood within the boundaries of universal reality and not the mere construct of the white man or Jew or any other racial construct. It is a moral absolute to say that one group of people can't present the rest a book and say that they had some kind of magical dream or experience long ago that no one else witnessed, kind of thing. And if they did, it's some historian that's in a cult, that means nothing. You know, people in cults write down history as if it happened that way all the time. I mean, look at your average history book in school these days, for example. That means nothing. The consensus of bootlicking cowards in regards to what happened in history means nothing at all. So it's a moral absolute that they can't present that and say, hey, that means we have a covenant with God and you must do what we say. God speaks through righteousness, right? The heavens declare the glory of God. The acts of righteous people declare the glory of God, and righteousness within the boundaries of universal reality and not the mere construct of the white man or Jew or any other racial construct, you know, black, Hebrew, Israelite, or anyone else. Okay. Where was I here? So they will come at you in one direction and flee from you in seven. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he has given you. The Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath, if you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in obedience to him, right? You have to obey God through me. I'm the one God set apart as king. Okay, Proverbs 24:21, don't rebel against God or the king, and I'm the king that God set apart to rule over you. Not Donald Trump or your mayor, whatever country you're from. Okay, it is me. He said in Acts, right? What is right? Excuse me. He says, well, he asked him at a different point. He says, well, you be the judge. Him saying, not me. Should we obey God or mere human beings? Later on, or before that, it's in the book of Acts, one way or another. They say we must obey God rather than mere human beings. So it's referring to obeying God through me. We're talking about Romans 13, whether they're saying that in a coded way or not, that transcends, following the mere rules of the state, mere human rules, customs, and traditions. Okay. Then all the peoples on the earth will see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they will fear you. Is it because they claim to be Jews, or they call themselves Christians, or this, that, or no? It's because what they're referring to is the new heaven and the new earth. We know that from Isaiah 65 and 66, right? Heaven and earth will pass away. My words will never pass away. It says that in the New Testament, and so on and so forth. Okay, it's saying that you'll be called by the spiritual name of a mighty warrior, right? The mighty God, the mighty warrior. Okay, those who are obeying God, not you people, those who obey God through me, right? You people probably aren't going to be obeying God through me, and no one should reproduce no matter what. Anyway, so God's name is righteous, holy and true, faithful, okay, mighty God, okay, in terms of Christ, me being at God's right hand, calling God being called God is a title, not actually being equal to the Father, okay, mighty God, wonderful counselor, Prince of Peace, the mighty warrior that saves, and things of this nature. Right? So obviously the Jews aren't going to be mighty warriors in Israel, naturally so, fair and square, ruling over everyone else, right? The whole Torah and Tanakh is telling them, don't cheat people, don't sabotage people. No one can be established in wickedness. They can't just sabotage the world with the whites and the LGBT community, token minorities, and everyone else, so to speak. Except for me, my parents are blameless, and then turn around and say, look at us compared to you. Aren't we mighty compared to you? Aren't we handsome compared to you? Aren't we, holy compared to you? Aren't we righteous? And just no, that cannot be. Therefore, they will never rule over people in the Spirit of God. They will just rule over monsters with no souls, if even that, okay, in the spirit of the devil. There's no other way to look at it. And it's not hate speech to say that. That's what their own story is saying, if you have any sense whatsoever. And some have even admitted that to me. And I'm even part Jewish if what I just said isn't enough. There you go. Okay, but my patriarchal line is Nigerian, what have you. Now, where was I here? Okay. The Lord will grant you abundant prosperity in the fruit of your womb, the young of the livestock, and the crops of your ground in the land he swore to your ancestors to give you. The land will open the Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Again, the work of the hands. You will lend to many nations, but will borrow from none. The Lord will make you the head, not the tail, if you pay attention to the commands of the Lord your God that I give you this day and carefully follow them. You will always be at the top, never at the bottom. Okay, remember, this is Moses, the Mosaic covenant, and Abraham. And the Abrahamic covenant says basically the same thing, right? Do not turn aside from any of the commands I give you today, to the right or to the left, following other gods and serving them. And they're following Baal, they're following themselves, the mark of the beast, the mark of humanity, 666, the number of a man. Another translation is the number of humanity, people following what they think they should follow instead of following what God set apart as his very own, right? The top martial arts ever. He sees the Father, sees the Son. And I'm out of time. I'll leave it there.